Fast footwork, tapping, stomping, colorful dresses rippling to the rhythm of Mexican music. This is Baile Folklorico. These dances are as different as the regions they represent, but they've also been used to unify a country made up of 32 states.
I'm also somebody who's in love with the history as well. It's so unique being able to do it that way through dance, and communicate through the language of dance.
Alexis Atherley has been dancing Baile Folklorico most of her life.
I think that's just an honor, right, to carry, and I feel like as a dancer, it's really important, to carry those traditions, not only teach it, but also teach what the history was, explain why we dance this way, why the dresses look like this, because that's really part of preserving the Mexican heritage.
So let's start reviewing some of the performances. Let's begin with our Chihuahua. Just stand normal.
Osvaldo Ramirez is the artistic director for Baile Folklorico Nube de Oro.
All of these traditions date back to several centuries or even decades, but once they stop being performed and people no longer do them, they get lost.
The dances represent the history of what has happened in Mexico after gaining their independence from Spain.
After independence, there was a whole mestizaje, which is the blending of the indigenous, the African dances, and the European dances that kind of contributed to the diversity of Mexican folklorico dances that we have nowadays.
The choreography and the costumes tell a story.
The costuming is relatable to the environment of the area or specific political mentalities at that time.
These are the costumes for the state of Chihuahua.
So these are based on polka dances. So in the late 1800s, we had people coming from Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic, and so they brought their outfits.
Jalisco's costumes are practical for the ranching way of life in that state.
When the Spanish arrived to Mexico and after colonization, that whole area of Jalisco, Colima, Michoacán, Nayarit, it was a region called El Bajío. And so that area really resembled a lot of the places that look like Spain, where they have the ranches. One of the escaramuza dresses, these are the women that ride horses, right? So they're kind of unique and specific because they have a lot of ribbons at the very bottom.
Andres Maldonado's mother is from Jalisco. It's why he dances and represents her native state.
I've learned so much about the region that my mom is from that I would have never known if I didn't do folklorico.
I found my old Baile Folklorico shoes in the attic. They're 25 years old, but they still have the nails hammered in here. This is what makes the tapping sound when they're stomping during the dances. I'm gonna see if they still fit and see if I can't get into one of these costumes. Stand by. Ta-da! Or should I say, dun, dun. Let's go dance. My shoes still fit, and the steps I learned a quarter of a century ago are still the same. It's history taught through art from generation to generation.
It's more than just a traditional dance. I want them to know that it's an entire history that Mexico has to offer and a beauty.
And I love that the dance is not only a blend of cultures, but also a blend of the different genres of dance. You've got tap, you've got ballet, and jazz all blended together with the culture, teaching history and culture and passing it down from generation to generation.
It's nice to see the costumes, the dance steps, the music all blended into one, and even more impressive that you still remember all those moves all these
They haven't
years
changed.
later.